Meantime, on Capitol Hill this afternoon, the House passing a resolution to slash spending to 2008 levels.
So is deficit reduction finally becoming a reality, or are all these maneuvers just more smoke and mirrors from inside the Beltway? Joining us now, Democratic Congressman Anthony Weiner, who can't get enough of Fox Business. This is his second appearance today, first time with Imus. Where exactly do we cut, Congressman? Can you give us specifics?
Well, the single biggest driver of the deficit right now is the fact that so many people are out of work. That puts an enormous drain on our government. More people are getting Medicaid, more people unemployment insurance and the like. So the single best program to get us out of debt is to get people back to work. That's where the investments come in. But there's no doubt about it. We do have some demands that are going to be increasing in Medicare. That's why in the health care bill we saved an enormous amount of money, $1.2 trillion over 20 years. The steps are going to be difficult, but they're absolutely necessary. Look, we have two wars going on in Iraq and Afghanistan, which are draining resources unbelievably. We passed a tax cut for billionaires, which cost it raised the deficit a great deal. So there are a lot of things we're doing that are cross purposes.
Where do we cut specifically? Where do we cut?
Well, we end the war in Afghanistan. There's one.
All right, Congressman, you make some important points here. However, some would ask, is the president ready to pass the baton to the private sector and let the private sector try to create jobs and not government? Is the president tonight ready to say what Bill Clinton said in January 1996? We heard you at the midterms. The era of big government is over.
Well, I don't know. Right now, as I've seen on Fox Business, corporations are sitting on enormous amounts of cash. I'm not sure that it's government that should be spending that money. Corporate America has to say, look.
The government has spent $3.4 trillion in the last 2 years. You make some very important points. The president also said in the 2010 State of the Union that he would use his veto pen if this, freeze on spending goes through. He's only used it 2 times to date so far. Do you think the president will follow through with a veto on new spending?
Perhaps. I'm sure he's going to veto spending that's bad and not veto spending that's good. But let's remember something. I mean, there's been an enormous amount that has been done recently by sheer dint of the requirements of an economy that's in a tailspin. Nobody wants to step in and bail out auto companies or banks, but those turned out to be not only necessary things, but important things to do. The fundamental way that we get the government back functioning on an even keel, first and foremost, is get the economy humming.
You know, you said we're going to save money with the health care law, the new health care law, but so many of the presumptions made by those CBO estimates were based on things that haven't happened, like cuts in Medicare, like the fact that the doctor's fix is not tacked into the final bill from which we save money. Is the accounting that went into those so-called savings, the supposed savings, really honest accounting?
I believe the CBO. They're a scorekeeper that I don't like. For example, they don't give us any savings at all, despite the fact that costs to state and local government are going to dramatically reduce because fewer people will be uninsured. New York City taxpayers, where your offices are and where I live, we're going to save about $8 billion. That accounting doesn't come out anywhere. None of the things that we did, hold on a second, let me just finish.
Yeah, okay.
None of the things that we did to encourage people to get more preventative care, they didn't score that saving any money either. Look, we give it to the CBO, to the Office of the Congressional Budget Office, because they're the nonpartisan scorekeeper here. They say it saves $1.2 trillion. I trust them.
All right, but even though Medicaid, the deficits are going to be blown out there, and to launch the health insurance exchanges, David, it's going to cost a lot of money. But we thank you, Congressman Weiner. We really appreciate you. We got to move on.
No,
Sorry, Congressman. No, we got to move on. Thank you so much.
You can't do that. That's not fair to do.
Well, we've already been reporting this, and it's been in the media.
Quick last word. Go ahead, Congressman.
Okay, but when you make a mistake like Medicaid is going to get exploded, in fact, Medicaid is where we pay for the uninsured right now, fewer uninsured, that's going to go down. So don't just throw the stuff in here and expect us to accept it.
We appreciate what you're saying, but what you're saying has yet to be confirmed as well. It's all in the future.
Yes,
we're going to have you back on to discuss it. We thank you so much for having me on.
That's what we have the CBO for, but you don't get to substitute for the CBO. Even
since you're not allergic to Fox Business, you've been on twice today, we want to invite you to come back. We'll talk just about that, okay?
I'll take that offer when it comes in under consideration.
We'll send in a coupon for $10. How's that?
I don't think you can afford it. You guys aren't making much money over there.
Oh, we're doing fine, thank you.
We're doing just fine. We appreciate your input there.
You can give, but you can't take. I love it.
No, but we know what we'll have.
We can take.
We'll have the CBO score what you just said and see how far they're off on that. Okay, but thank you, Congressman Weiner. Really appreciate it.
Anthony Weiner, great to see you. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it.
Thank you.